everybody needs youth. If you go to the church, if there is no youth, what will you think? In a family, if there is no youth, what will you think? In a school, if there is no youth, young people, what will it look like? That's the reason why I put this topic. Youth matters a lot in every society. In the church, in the family, in the college, everywhere, every place. That's the reason why I say youth matters a lot. And youth, as young people who are training yourself and keeping yourself in this Bible college, matters a lot. Amen. So, everybody needs young people then. Look at your family. Look at your church, your own particular church. Look at your organizations. If there's no young people, if there's no youth members, how will it look like, right? Will it be nice? I think it won't be, right? So I'm going to give examples after examples so that we understand more about the importance of youth, and youth matters a lot. Looking at sports arena, right? They look for young people, right? Look at soccer or look at football. In every sports, they are looking for young, talented, energetic, right? Strong people, strong young men, women, right? Young girls, to get involved in the sports. They don't look for older people, right? They don't look for aged people. They look for young people, talented people, brave people, right? So both of them are very much younger to me, right? But we know who they are today. In their, in their young age, they play football, and everybody knows them, right? We know them. We know Shamboy, we know Lin, Donald, and many other football players. Very young, talented players in every, club. Looking at the sports, we came to know that they need only young people. They don't need older people. They don't need married, very aged people. They need only the young people. And the fashion industry, looking at the fashion industry, they don't look for very old people again. They look for very handsome, very beautiful, right? People. Because they are going to present. They are going to show. They are going to do showcase to the dress, the hairstyle. You know more than me, right? Even in the fashion industry, people look at the young people, right? Younger generation, youth, beautiful, handsome people, right? Yes. And very familiar to us, even in social media, they look for young people. They look for youth because they want to earn money, even social media. The people who use social media most is the same global, right? The youth. If you go to the village, our mom or dad or our grandfather or grandmother, the older people, they don't know how to use smartphone, right? Even they find very hard to use keypad phone, right? But we young people, we know everything, right? We know how to use smartphone, we know how to use iPad, we know how to use computer. So even when looking at social media, most of the people who use social media, belongs to the younger one, younger generation. You must be more, expert than me related to social media uses. So what I want to say is, even in social media, the people who use most of the social platform belongs to the young people and belongs to the younger ones. At the same time, those who work in the social media, like Facebook, Google, or YouTube, or any other things, they are the young people. Youth. We call it youth. Looking at the company again, we don't have many companies in our state. At the same time, we don't have well-known companies in the state. But when we go to the big cities in India or outside of India, we came to know that there are many big companies. They take or they let the young people work so that their company prospers, grow, and earn a lot of money, right? Even looking at our state, many young people, young boys and young girls, they go to different states, they go to different countries to work in companies. The old people or our father or mother will not go, right? They don't want the old people. They want only young people, they want only youth, not men, women at all. Because they want to make their company famous, they want to make a lot of money, and they want to make their company big and so people will come to know the company. So, in all the private companies, they only let the young people, the youth, to work so that the company grows. And even in the business, there are many big business. Even in there are a lot of business schools around the world. Looking at all this, they only take young people, right? To work, at the same time to study. The reason is everyone needs money, and they want their business to grow. They want to make their business prosper. They want to earn money. That is the reason why they only take the young people to work in their business. At the same time, they want to earn a lot of money through the business. I'm going to tell you the reason why they're looking only for young people. And looking at the politics, we know people need young people to get involved in politics too. Pastor Khongsai is much more younger than me, right? Dr. Lamkin is also much more younger than me. You know this one, Sangi, Mizoram MLA, you the elected lady, very young, 22 years old, right? So when we look India and our society, not just India, at the same time around the world, people are looking for young people, right, to get involved even in politics. The reason is they want to change the society and go to the new system. We also like, right? We want to change things. That is the reason why we want the young people to get involved even in politics. Even the politics wants the young people, the youth, to get involved so that there can be a lot of changes taking place. And as I said before, I'm going to tell you the reason why even politics likes young people to get involved. Even in the movie industry, film industry, right? To be an actress or an actor, you know, right? They look for young people, very beautiful people, right? Very handsome people. They don't call very old man, old woman to be an actor or actress, right? They look for young, beautiful, handsome people to act on the screen so that people will amaze them and they get, income. They look young people, very beautiful and handsome youth to get involved in the film industry. And the next, looking the terrorist group, right? They also like young people, right? They don't like very old people to fight, to kill. They like young people. They train young people, right? Very young people. They train young people. They like only young people. If you look at the terrorist group, everywhere, most of the people who are involved in killing, kidnapping, they are all belong to younger generation or young people or youth. Even to do the bad things, people need only youth or young people. And the next, looking at the army, right? There's an age bar. If you cross that age bar, you cannot go for army, right? The same way, when we look at the army, Indian army or foreign army, they create young people. They only like young people to get involved in the army. So when you look at the police or the army or any uniform service, when they get inside, when they get into that service, there used to be very young people, right? So even the Indian army, they only look for young people. Even in the foreign army, they look only for young people. If you cross the bar, the age bar, you cannot go and go or get into the army. Even in social service, the highest examination we have in India is UPSC. When you look those who appear the UPSC exam, they all belong to very young generation, right? 20 years, 22 years, 25 years, 26 years. Only young people appear this exam. And they become an IS, an IPS, right? IMS. And when we look at their age, they are all youth, very young one. Very young people, right? Who pass through the exam. Even in Manipur, we have NPS exam, right? Those who appear at NPS exam belong to the young generation, only youth, only young people, and only young people can appear that exam. So when we look at civil service and those who go through civil service, they are only young people. Even the advertisement, when you look, anywhere you go, in every city, you'll find advertisement everywhere, right? Just to project one small thing. They want a young, beautiful lady or handsome boy, right? To advertise what they want to advertise. Just look here, you will see they advertise the phone, right? Even in the advertising, they use only young people, only young generation, only youth, so that whatever they advertise will be liked, purchased by people, so that they earn money, they get money. even in this, they use only young people. When we look at flight attendants, we call it air hostess. Very young girls, right, are involved, are into it. I don't know the reason behind, but if you fly, you will come across very young, good-looking young people, good-looking young girls, involved in this flight attendants. And the saddest thing is, even in the human trafficking, people like young people. Even to do, bad things, people like young people. These days, people are selling their flesh, and those who are purchasing them will look only for young people. So, for good and for bad, people are looking for young people. They don't look for old people. The question is why? Why the company? Why all the businesses? Why the film industry? Why the army? Why the civil service? Why everybody, right? Everyone needs young people these days. Jeremiah 1:7 says, do not say that I'm just a youth, right? God told Jeremiah, in the same way, when we look at the world, everybody needs young people to work with them, right? To let them involved in a worldly system, to let them involved in their company, right? To earn money, they only use young people for good and for bad. And I'm asking why? What's the reason behind people looking at young people? There must be a reason, right? There must be a reason. Look all the companies, look all the businesses, look all the services. Everybody, every company, every government services, they look for youth, young people. That's why I'm saying God also, so that they can, I believe, to train ourselves, to equip ourselves to get involved in the ministry. I came across many of my friends after completing master's degree in the theological college. They work in company. They don't even work in the ministry. They work in the company. They earn a lot of money. They make money. I don't know how God called them to get into the theological college, and after completing that course, going to the secular zone. What kind of call did they get? I don't know. And you have to ask the question to yourself tonight. So I'm asking the question, why the world needs young people? Why the world needs you? In the church, in the company, in the old services, in everything, anywhere you go, everybody needs young people. At the same time, God also needs young people. But there must be a reason why everybody, including God, needs young people. And the reason are because they are what? Because they are young. Very simple, right? Everybody needs young people because they are young. It sounds funny, right? Because they are young. What is the definition or the meaning of young? You must know me, right? It is an early part of growth. Because they are young. That's the reason why they are needed by everyone, everywhere, every place. Because they are young. It is an early stage of their growth. That's the reason why they are looking for young people in every area. Very simple and very clear. And the second reason is because they are energetic. Because they are energetic. The young people, the youth are energetic. It is the capacity to do works. The old people, the old generation, they don't have the capacity to do work, right? But the younger one, youths like you, right? You have the capacity to work. That is the reason why all the companies, all the services like young people. They like youth. Because they have the capacity to do work. That's called energetic. Because they are energetic, they are used by the world. They are liked by the world. They are chosen by the world. And the third reason is why? Because they are strong. If I were to ask you what is the meaning of strong, you might not know, right? The meaning of strong. The Webster Dictionary says capable of producing great physical force. Capable of producing great physical. Why the calories? Why the businesses like young people? Because they are strong. The young people have, the capability of producing a strong force. That is the reason why they are chosen by the world. They are chosen by the companies, business, sports, film industry, fashion industry, army, right? Services. Because they have the capacity to produce a strong force in every area they work. And the next reason is because they are courageous. They're courageous. When we talk about courageous, you must be remembering Joshua, right? God said, be courageous. Be strong and courageous. So what is the meaning of courageous? The quality of confidence. The quality of confidence. So the young people has the quality of confidence. Whatever they do, wherever they work, they are very much confident, right? They are very much confident. Unlike the old people. When we talk about old people, and when we let the old people to do some work, they always think, right? Oh, I'm going to do these things. Whether I'm going to make it right or wrong. They are having, kind of scared, and they are having like, if I do something wrong, it's going to mess up, so I have to be very careful. But the young people are not so. The young people are very much courageous because they are, having quality of confidence. They are very confident in whatever they do, even in the case of bad things or good things. No matter, they are very confident. That's the reason why the company, the services, or any other things which we have already mentioned, like young people. And the next reason is because they are unstoppable. You must be knowing the meaning of this word, right? Cannot be stopped. Unstoppable. Unable to stop. You must be coming across some people, some young people in the family, who disobey, right, the parents. When the parents told them, do not go there, do not do these things, they will disobey, right? Disrespect their parents. They just do, and they just work, they just go wherever they like. The reason is they are unstoppable. They cannot be easily, stopped. That is the reason why all the above mentioned, right? The sports, film industry, businesses, army, terrorists, or which we already mentioned, they like young people because they are unstoppable. To work 24 into 7, no matter if they get money, they can work, right? They are unstoppable. That's the reason why the world is looking for young people. And the next reason is young people or youths are very much vigorous, right? Very much vigorous. It means physically active. I don't like to see young people very dull, very lazy. Okay? I want to see the young people very much active, very much healthy, right? Why the world is looking for young people? Because they are very much vigorous, physically active. Just look at the company, business. They are taking only young people to work in the company, to work in the business. The reason is because these young people are very active in whatever they do. That's the reason why they are taken, right? So they are vigorous. They are very much active in every work they do. That's the reason why the world is looking for young people, looking for the younger ones, so that they earn a lot of money through their work, through their hard work, tireless work, through their dedication in their workplace. That is the reason we call it so vigorous, but active in every work that they do. That is the reason why they are taken, they are recruited, and they are used by the world. And the next, they are very passionate. Youths are very passionate, giving a strong feelings. You let them do the young people. They will, totally involved in that work. That means that they are very passionate to do the work. That's the reason why the company, the businesses, and as we say all the things above, they like young people because they are very passionate. The youth or the young people can give a strong feeling wherever they work and whatever they do. That is the reason why they are very much needed by all the companies. I'm going to give you examples, let's say case studies, on young people with a purpose. Let's take two cases for young people with a purpose. You must be knowing Kasab, right? He came to India, a city from Mumbai, from Pakistan. Do you heard about his story?
Yeah.
At the age of 21, he landed in India. He went inside the house over in Mumbai. He shot everyone with his AK-47 rifle. At the age of 21. And his purpose of coming is what? To kill. That's to kill. To take life. 21. Anyone who is at the age of 21? About this? 21 years? Yes. Your age, okay? 21. Kasar from Pakistan, childish, came to India at the age of 21. And the purpose of his coming is to kill the Indian. He killed many people, right? At the age of 21. Very young person. Have you ever heard about his name? Agnes Gunja Gunakshi. Have you ever heard? Yes or no? No. Okay, let me show her picture. Have you ever heard about Mother Teresa? Yes. That is her full name. Full name at the same time, real name. At the age of 19, she came to India. You must be knowing the story of Mother Teresa more than me. At the age of 19, very young girl, right? Anyone who is at the age of 19? No one. I know, you must be crossing 20, right? At the age of 19, only 19 years, she came to India. And the purpose of her coming was to serve, right? She came and served the people. The purpose of Kasam coming to India was to kill, right? And Mother Teresa came to India at the age of 19 to serve. So both of them left their comfort zone, I should say, right? Kasam also left Pakistan, came to India with the purpose of killing the Indians. Mother Teresa also left her comfort zone, came to India to serve. But I want to take the age, okay? At the very young age, both of them came to India. One person to kill and the other person to serve. One from biblical example. Can you name the person from the Bible who made changes in his family, in his city, in his land, in his nation at a very young age? And here, Joseph.
Josiah. Josiah.
Josiah. Second Chronicles 34, if you read the whole chapter, you will come to know the changes he has done. At the age of 8, he became a king. At the age of 16, the Bible says he sought the Lord, right? And worked like his forefather David. Verse 2 it says that. That means he, at the age of 16 onward, he had a very close relationship with God. At a very young age. At the age of 20, he started changing his family, his city, his society, his nature, his nation, at the same time, the way they worship the Lord. When you read this passage, you will come to know that Josiah burned down all the altar dedicated to the idol worship, which was done by his father. when he was young. Okay? The Bible did not mention that when he became old, when he became 40 years, 50 years old, he made these things. The Bible is very clear about Josiah. At the age of 8, became a king. At the age of 16, had very close relationship with God, work with God, right? Do all His will. At the age of 20, he started doing changes, right? He made changes in his society, in his family. Let me ask one question. Very much familiar with our society. Do you know a person who came to Nepal and brought the gospel to us in the year 1910? A person who came to Manipur and, brought the gospel to us in the year 1910. Do you know?
Yes.
Oh,
William Pettigrew.
no.
Eric. William Pettigrew.
At the age of, I'm going to tell you, at what age he came to Manipur, particularly to the Kuki community. 1910. You don't know. I think you have to learn church history a little bit more. In the year 1910, Watkin R. Roberts, who came all the way from Welsh country, he came to Aizawl and worked there as a medical missionary. And in 1910, he came all the way from Aizawl to San Juan, and preached the gospel to us in 1910. What I have learned about his story is when he came to San Juan village, he was only 23 years old. 23. Very young one. 23. When he left his country, his hometown, he must be 18, 19 years old. Because he worked in Ireland for a few years, and then he came to Manipur, to San Juan village, and preached the gospel to us, and we became a Christian. That was the first gospel preached among the Kuki. It was in 1910 by Watkin R. Roberts. At the age of 23, he brought the gospel to us, right? He preached to us. He shared the gospel to us. He left all his comfort zone in his country, and he came all the way from there to Aizawl, and from Aizawl to the hill area, and came to San Juan. When you read about his story, it's very loving. So, tonight what I want to say is, the Lord is looking for young people, young generation, to work in the companies, right? In their industries, in their businesses, in their service. Young people to do His ministry. So which one will you choose? I know you keep here and keep yourself to be involved in the ministry. I don't know what you are going to do after you complete your course. That's why I'm asking you again and again, why are you here at your very young age? So re-examine your dedication, commitment to the Lord. If not, when you go out, when you complete your course, you must be ending up doing nothing. And I don't like to see you people doing nothing at all. So, Jeremiah 1:7 says, do not say that I'm just a young person or a youth. God told Jeremiah, right? God told Jeremiah. Because Jeremiah was making excuse excuses. I'm too young. I will not go. And God said, do not say that I'm just young people, young person, young ones. So what I want to say is God chose young people. David, Joseph, right? Joshua. We have many Bible examples. And they have done great things when they are still very young. As I said before, for the bad things, people look for young people. And for good things, people look for young people. Even God also looks for young people. That's the reason why God called you to be here. So that you train yourself and do ministry at a very young age. So do not misuse your calling. Do not misuse your commitment. God also likes you to be used in His ministry. He wants you to get involved in the ministry. He wants you to do something for the Lord. Learn from Mother Teresa. Learn from working out Roberts. Learn from Jeremiah. Learn from Josiah, King Josiah. We came to know that they are called by God at a very young age. And they have done great things for the Lord. At a very young age, we have to do the ministry that the Lord has entrusted us. And the reason why God likes young people, God chose young people, we have already seen, because we are strong, right? We are energetic, we are compassionate, we are unstoppable, we are vigorous. These are all the reasons why the world is looking for young people. And these are all the reasons why God is also, looking for young people. So which one will you choose? I know you must be saying, no, I'm going to serve the Lord. I'm going to do ministry. I'm going to get involved in the ministry because I'm chosen and called by God. And I'm committing myself in the hands of God so that I can serve the Lord in my future days. Yes, but I don't know, and I'm not sure about you really getting involved in the ministry or not. That is between you and your God. So I'm challenging you, encouraging you, your commitment to the Lord. Because youth matters a lot. Even in secular world, youth matters a lot. Even in the ministry, youth matters a lot. You can do many things when you're still young. When you become old, you won't be able to do. Even if you like to do, you won't have the capacity to do. But at a very young age, you have both capacities because you're strong, unstoppable, vigorous, compassionate, very young. So you have all the capacities. You can do great things for the Lord. But when you become old, I will do this, I'm going to do that. But let us do the will of God. Let us get involved in the ministry, do His service at a very young age, or when we are still young, or when we are still youth. Learn from the Bible. God used when they're still young, like Joseph, David, Jeremiah, Josiah, and many other persons you must be knowing tonight. As we come together, and I believe that everyone is having your own church, and I should say church is the key to challenge young people to get involved in the ministry. I don't know how your church is treating young people, but every church I used to go, every church I preach, I challenge young people to get involved in the ministry. Because church is the key, right? Church is the key. Your pastor has to say, young people has to get involved in the ministry. Your church leader has to say, young people should be used in the ministry, to get involved in the ministry. My dear brothers and sisters, let us not forget that God likes young people because you matters a lot. You matters a lot. You matters a lot. The secular likes young people. God likes young people. And I also like young people to get you involved in the ministry. So, my last question is, what are you going to do as a young Christian, as a young person, when God called you to be in the ministry? Let us not run like Jonah. Let us go forward and say, God, I'm here. Use me. When I look back at my life, I really thank God because at a very young age, God called me out to go and train myself so that I involved in the ministry. So I went to Bible class at the age of 20. I completed my MTS at the age of 28. And from the year 2008, I involved in the ministry till today. It is not by my good works, but it is by the grace of God. I'm still used by God till today. And I praise God. In the same way, God also likes you, right? God also likes you to get involved in the ministry at your very young age, or still you are young, or still you are in youth. Dear brother and sister, I want to challenge you. God likes young people, young generation. Let us not conform to the world system. Let us go away from the world system and then get involved in ministry. That's what I want to say. Youth matters a lot. You're still young. You're still strong. You're still energetic. You're still compassionate. You're still vigorous. And God likes you to get involved in ministry. And I'm challenging you, let us not give space to the world system, the secular system, but let us get involved in the ministry. Anywhere we go, any church we go. That's why, that is the reason why we are here. Let us not forget, my dear brothers and sisters, but let us not forget that God also looked for young people so that we do great things for the Lord while we are still young. The secular also looks for young people so that they will be useful in their companies, in their businesses. In the same way, God also likes to use you. Joshua said to these people, whom serve you serve, right? For the same, I'm asking you, whom shall you serve when you're still young? But I like you to serve the Lord while you're still very young, or while you're still youth. Not for, but get involved in the ministry. God bless you. Let us pray. Our gracious God, we are so